Yesterday I went to the cinema to go and see two movies, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple and Marty Supreme. But what did I think of them? Let's find out. Hello everybody on Newtoland, Jamie Powell back for another video, and yes, I'm reviewing two films, brief reviews, little sort of out of the cinema thing even though I'm at home, because yesterday it was pissing it down just like today, so I wanted to do the review when I got home. So the first one I'm going to talk to you guys about is a new film that's come out this week called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Now I really do love these films. The first film was fantastic back in the day, the second film was good, and the third one which came out last year I thought was okay overall, a little disappointing, but still I really enjoyed it. And now we have the new one, which is set, well, literally 10 minutes after the last film ended. And we catch up with all the characters. Basically there's these Jimmy gang, they've taken on the small boy from the first film. And then there's Ralph Fiennes' character, who is just doing his day-to-day by things, and he gets to befriend a zombie. And that's the basic premise. They all sort of come together towards the end. It's like two films in one in a way. Now this is getting a hell of a lot of praise. Some saying it's the best in the franchise, people saying it's a masterpiece. What did I think of it? Well, I have to be honest with you guys, I thought this was good. I'm going to say that off the bat. Acting performances were fantastic. I thought they were both good. Jerry O'Connell, is it Jerry O'Connell? We haven't got that. Jack O'Connell, what was his name? Anyway, he was in the last one. He plays the head of the Jimmies. He was very good in this. I thought he was brilliant. And I thought, of course, Ralph Fiennes is always brilliant. You know, he's a great actor. And these two really did spark off each other very well towards the end. I did think this film was very good, but I did have some issues with it. I did find some of the pacing was a little off. I felt at times it was a stoner film. Now, I've never one who's done drugs or anything like that, but I know friends who have done, and they used to watch films that are very psychedelic and a bit odd and a bit slow and a bit weird, and I felt that with this one. It might just be my interpretation, but I personally felt like that I'd taken something and I decided to put a zombie film on. It was very odd, but I did like the character progression and spending time with Ralph Fiennes' character and Jimmy's. Yeah, I tell you, there were some very violent moments in this film. Not a lot of action. It wasn't a huge, in fact, this is probably the less, well, it's not zombies, is it? But we call it zombies because for the sake of it. This is the least zombie of all the 28 Years Later 28 movies, and but I did like it, but I did feel that the pacing was a little off here and there, and it was a bit psychedelic, and it was maybe a little boring here and there, and maybe I need to re-watch it. Maybe I should watch it in a better frame of mind, but what I think of it is I thought it was good. I thought it was a good film. I enjoyed it, and I might like it more next time, but for me, out of 10, I'd give it a 7. Then I went to see Marty Supreme, the one that everybody was saying was the best film of last year. Didn't get around to seeing it until, well, yesterday obviously. What did I think? What was it about? Well, it's basically about a young man who plays ping pong. But that is actually a very small percentage of the story and the film. Even though the whole film is centered about him trying to get to do the final in Japan, he has to somehow come up with the money to go and do so. And that's the main plot point. He's got other things going on about his girlfriend and his friends, and there's a thing about a dog. There's lots of all this weird shit all going on. Now, I thought this film was quite creative, very well paced, very well acted, and yeah, I thought it was good. But I thought it got too stupid at times, and I know that might be a contradiction, but because everybody else is raving about this film, and I sat there going, yeah, it's a bit like One Battle After Another. I thought that was very good, but that was overrated as well, and I think this one's overrated. I do think it's good though. I don't think it's my favourite film or even my top 10 of last year, but that's just my personal preference. Doesn't mean this film's bad. You know, if I ever give an opinion that may be different or maybe bad or even maybe amazing, doesn't mean that film is amazing or is bad. It's just my interpretation. And I thought Mighty Wild was very well acted, very well paced. It was quite a good story. I know it's semi-autobiography, but it's obviously a little bollocks thrown in. But I thought the film was fine. It was good. It was entertaining. Like I said, there was just some moments I thought was a bit too stupid. Somebody was suddenly just pull out a gun, or there was like a bathtub going through the floor. I mean, there were some very weird things in this film, and I guess it's good to have a bit of spontaneity, especially in modern cinema, but I just felt it was a bit silly. And yeah, but overall I enjoyed it, and I do think it's a very good film, very well made, and yeah, I can see why it's getting a lot of Oscar buzz. I thought the lead guy was fine, Timothy Chalamet, but he was fine. He was good. Nothing different from anything else I've seen him in. He was just about as good as everything else I've seen him in. He's fine. He's a good little actor, but yeah. Anyway, so that was my opinion. What did I give it out of 10? I'm going to go the same with Bone Temple, probably a 7 out of 10. That might be quite low, but maybe if I rewatched it down the line, I would enjoy it more again. But for a first time watch, I thought it was fine. They were two very good films, both 7 out of 10s. I enjoyed both of them, and I would recommend going to see them. So there we go. So that is my short review of both of these movies. Let me know if you've seen them or if you plan to see them. Let me know down in the comments. And no spoilers, but tell me what your thoughts were. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Stay safe, play safe. More videos coming soon. Yes, coming soon. And I'll see you guys soon. All the best from me. Bye for now.